My name is Johnson Alphonse.
My name is Ian Carpenter and I work as a case coordinator for East Thames in Stratford, which is a housing association.
At first I was really diagnosed as having a nervous disability, and as I was sectioned over the many years of being in hospital, they slowly diagnosed me as having schizophrenia. I mean, I've been in a hospital a considerable times. I've even lost count how many times I've been in hospital.
My job as a case coordinator is to support people with mental health issues to maintain their tenancy and to live as independently as possible in the community. And so I met Johnson about 2 years ago when I first joined East Thames, and I was asked to support him to live independently.
The reason I got sectioned was because I was very violent.
When someone is about to be sectioned, it's a very, very difficult and intense time, because it's extremely difficult to decide when a person has the ability to make the choice. And do we take that choice away from them and section them, or do we allow them to continue and try and work with them? And I'm more and more convinced that if people have the support and if they have advocacy within the community and within their own lives, then they have much more choice of staying out of hospital and living independently.
When I was sectioned, it made me feel inadequate. There's taking my responsibility of my own being, my own mind, and controlling me, and it's just really horrible. And I just felt so inadequate. I felt like a right baby, to be honest with you.
I think Johnson's experience is very varied. He will tell you himself that when he was in hospital, he didn't have a particularly good experience. The professionals there didn't work with him very well, and he felt like a child that he was sort of almost disabled by it all and really didn't have any kind of choice at all in how he ran his life.
Sometimes I wanted to go out to the shops on my own accord, but they would say, no, you can't go unless you have someone with you, and then you have to have the doctor's permission anyway. And so they used to make it really hard. They'll decide now how I should live my life when I do come out of hospital, where I should live and how I should live, like in a group home. And I totally disagree with that. I wanted my own space, I wanted my own flat. And I was being pushed around from flats to flats, never have a permanent place to live and to settle down. And that was just muddling my head up and just interfering so much into my life. I just didn't know if I was coming or going. It was prohibiting me from being free.
I think there is a very fine line between supporting a person and actually telling them what to do. And my job very much is to give the person choice. It might mean putting several options in front of them, like I did with Johnson, and then allowing him to make the choice.
It's really important that I have some sort of control over my illnesses and my day-to-day running of taking part in the community. I like to be a responsible person. I always have been, even as a child.
And when I started to work with Johnson, he clearly had the capacity and understanding to do that. And he wanted to live as independently as possible.
I've been always an independent person. And that's the way I always wanted to be treated, as a human being, not like an animal.
I think that Johnson would say that he does feel very much in control of his life. He's not particularly aware of the Capacity Act. He wasn't when he was in hospital or when he came out. But as a worker, I think that I'm familiar with that Capacity Act, and I'm familiar that Johnson should be given the choice and the opportunities, and that it is the very last resort that we take that choice away from him.
Being out of hospital, it makes me feel, I'm sorry for it, so much joy. I'm just really happy. It makes me feel more better person. Like I'm growing up. I'm acting the way I should be, like an independent person. a more mature person, a more happier person um, than the way I used to be many years ago. There are times, yes, that I feel like I'm still not got a hold on my life sometimes, but I say patience will just prevail and carry on what I'm doing and speak to the right people, like the doctors or my carers, and usually I do come up trumps and everything does work out okay.